NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And some room to work. Philip Dorsett by himself. 20. Touchdown, Washington. Philip Dorsett, his second touchdown on the season.
And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Brings up 3rd down and 9. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's just run it now. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Lady. Check 47. Get the ball.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Here's the Panthers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Gibson.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
From the gun, Heineke.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
On second down, McCaffrey. And some space here. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey
with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez good on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Heineke's throw complete there to Thomas.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
This will be caught at about the 5. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Second and goal from inside the 5. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Three tight ends up front here, third and goal. They go play action. Now Heineke.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 30 on second down, Darnold. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe
looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Rolling to his right. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards.
Gets through, and now an opening. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down to the 11. 99 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Play action. It's Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
Gonzalez for the field goal of 32 yards.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A give running right, Gibson. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Oh,
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the 1st half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Well, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And here's Joseph Charlton now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Heineke. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On 3rd and 1, here's Heineke. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Looking to throw, Heineke. Philip Dorsett hauls it in.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
To throw is Heineke.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Final play of the half here. Heineke.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Hopkins' kick is good. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
It's going to be a long down. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
To throw is Darnold.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
A first down throw for Heineke.
This is caught. It's Brown. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Play action now. Here's Heineke. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd and goal.
Heineke.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Again, it's Heineke. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Room here to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, a guy that can beat you in so many ways. He's a threat to go the distance literally every time he touches the football.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown. As it got his man complete.
Just say if they pay me, I'll do this for free.
20, 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Allen Lazard, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold, he's going to look deep for more.
And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Heineke to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right.
Ooh, he's running.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Cam Newton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Panthers 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's got room. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Faking the give. Darnold. Complete. Richardson has it. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
First down at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Don't say nothing. Kill. Ladies. No, check that. Ladies. You remember me? Let's go, baby. Kill. Turn up.
This is McCaffrey on the give. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up. Ready.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. This is caught. Touchdown. DJ Moore. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Bring in the 2nd string.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the 1st half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. strong.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on second down, this is Gurley. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. A run here for J.D. McKissick.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run with McKissick. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
And they'll throw again. Heineke.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Heineke now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Alan Lazard with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jackson now to return.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Darnold.
And this one too low. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And Thomas has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now it's Darnold. Touchdown, Panthers.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Rolling to his left. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Over the middle, open is Thomas.
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. On 2nd down, Darnold.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there of 22. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 52's the mark, boys, 52.
Again, McCaffrey. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Carolina, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.